One hit is all you need to make the money guaranteed, and you can live off royalties forever. And it makes me wonder, is it just a wonder, or is it one hit thunder?
So guys, we are back for another draft episode, the first of 2026. And guys, I don't know if you realize this, draft team, but this is our 10th draft. We've done 10. This will be 10 of these now.
No shit.
I did not realize that. Wow, I mean, congrats to all of us for all this hard work we've done.
And what a good year for our 10th one, because I texted you guys last night. Holy shit, what a strong release year 1996 is.
It sure is.
Sure is.
We are going.
We could all have 10 slots, and I still wouldn't be able to get all of the albums that I want to get for this year.
Yeah. I know there's a couple that everyone's going to be gunning for here. And, as usual, we all have 100 theoretical dollars to spend to collect 5 albums each and try to make the best collection of albums, and we'll let the listeners decide who actually drafted the best in the One Hit Thunder Facebook group. We're pretty loose about that. We don't usually. We should go back and see who actually won every draft. We kind of half-ass pay attention to it, but as long as we're proud of what we've accomplished in the draft, I think that's all that matters.
It's really about the thrill of the hunt, right?
Yeah,
yes.
We all
it's the thrill
won
of the hunt
by having a good time. That's what I say.
You had fun, you won.
I've seen one person say I had the best draft over 10 drafts. And I'll never forget them. I really appreciate that.
Versus Matt Milligan, who has people come up to him at concerts and be like, you're the best drafter.
At this point, I'm mostly known for my draft picks, I think.
Wow.
Career overall. Yeah. Wow. This is going really well for me.
We'll see, because today is a real challenge. And I know there's a couple albums in here that everybody's going to be trying to unload a lot of money on.
I did a quick count when I made this, and I counted that there were 9 albums that I felt were must-haves. I would say that at least 6 of them, all of us are going to be gunning for, and then I had an additional 7 albums that are like emotionally personal ones that I desperately want to have on my list. Now, keep in mind, I just said the number 9 and the number 7, and I only get 5 albums, so there's going to be disappointment no matter what here.
That's right.
Starting with disappointment.
Yeah. And you could play this however you want to play it, meaning I look at 1996, and this is when I'm in the thick, and I'm not name-dropping any albums yet, but I'm in the thick of loving punk rock and ska punk and stuff. If you want to go down that road, your options are limitless. Not limitless.
This is clearly the year ska took off in the mainstream. Looking at these releases,
right?
Agreed.
Well, who's going to start? Who are we handing off the baton to, Chris?
I'm looking at my setup right now, and I think that we should let Tony start this one. He said no one's complimenting him on his lists on the internet. So we're going to let Tony start this. We'll go Tony, then Matt Kelly, then myself, and then I guess supposedly everybody's favorite, Matthew Milligan over there.
Watch out, everybody.
He gets to bat cleanup. So we'll let Tony start it off.
I think I'm going to start this with the most obvious of like anyone who knows me or my personality or anyone on this calls as well. I'm gonna just start with Weezer Pinkerton for 20.
For
25.
how much? We got to start with at least 20 in the first round.
Yeah.
Starting at 20.
Okay.
I want to see where this goes.
I said 25.
I'll go to 40 on this.
Wow. Okay.
Why even mess around?
I'll go to 45.
I'll go 50.
Wow. Milligan's over there, very quiet, just waiting for his moment, I'm sure.
Oh, is it my turn? 55.
60.
Oh, wow. We're approaching highest ever territory already. 61 for Pinkerton.
Yeah, let's slow it down a little bit.
Do we know what our highest ever was? Was it a Death Cab album? Was it Plans or
In my memory,
either-
it was that one where we had Death Cab and then maybe the Postal Service record the same year.
Yeah.
And both of those were
Transatlanticism.
Transatlanticism and Give Up were both really high.
They were in the
Yeah.
60s.
But I feel like every year now, like the 2000s is going to have a different Ben Gibbard album that eclipses it.
Yeah.
True.
And this is kind of like would those Ben Gibbard albums exist without Pinkerton?
Ooh.
Some might argue maybe not.
That's a good point, Tony.
Is this the only album that I remember as an art class? I was probably in like 6th grade when this came out, and my friend Sean, shout out Sean McMillan, he had it on his Walkman, and he gives me the headphones. He's like, "You hear Weezer Pinkerton yet?" I was like, "No." So I listened to it, and he's like, "You thinking what I'm thinking? This sucks." Which, if you remember, like 3 years later, Sean would completely go back, and then we'd realize, like, no, this album's awesome. But like, that was the sentiment, I think, when it came out. Like, the world was Sean.
How amazing is it to create an album that people's first response is "this sucks," which that's not an uncommon story about this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People-
Oh, no, yeah.
In general, didn't like it, but then people go on to absolutely love and think is one of like the greatest albums. That is, I mean, that's way better than the vice versa, which is loving an album as soon as it comes out and being
Yeah.
like, "This
Yeah.
sucks" 5 days
Well,
later.
So my whole this was the album that made me like Weezer because I was brand new into music and I loved Green Day. Green Day was my band that I was backing up. And so the very first year I watched the MTV Video Music Awards was the year of the Buddy Holly music video where it just beat Green Day in every category that Green Day was in. So I just was a giant fuck Weezer fan. But then I remember hearing The Good Life on the radio and being like, this song's great. I can't deny that this song is great. And then I went back and bought this and the Blue Album. But let's get back to the draft because Chris is sitting at 61. Is Chris walking away with this at 61?
I'll go up to the best console for gaming of this time. I'll go up to 64.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go to 65.
Wow.
I'm surprised, Matt Kelly, you didn't mention also that Green Day gets a shout out on this record
They
in
do.
El
That
Scorcho.
also drew my attention, but I thought that they were mocking. they were saying, remember when we beat you at the VMAs over and
No,
over
they
again?
probably were. I'm pretty sure they were.
Remember when we pissed off that kid in Philadelphia?
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
All right. We're at 65. Is anyone going higher than 65? Who
I'm
bid 65?
Milligan
me.
there. I think I'm going to have to give up on this one, honestly.
Ooh.
Only because there's so many other albums that I want.
Yeah. Tony, are you going to go to Mario Lemieux or Yarmer Yager land here?
Oh, which actually is, I think, the highest we've gone.
Yeah.
Was one of the two. I'm not, because this is actually still maybe my second favorite album of this year, but it felt like the one to start with. So
I think it was the one to start with.
Yeah,
Yeah. We got to get Matthew Milligan spending all his money early.
for sure.
And I think you're going to get it for 65.
Yeah? All right.
All right.
Because
I feel
I'm
really
not-
good about that.
I'm not going any higher.
No, but
Okay.
I mean, there's always that debate of Pinkerton versus Blue Album, and it is very much a apples and oranges conversation because it's such a different vibe. But there is something about the way this album starts with Tired of Sex, with all that feedback, and it just feels so raw and loose that I think is like the coolest
Yeah.
opening to any Weezer album.
I mean,
to
even
me. It's-
even aside from my own personal what a huge impact this album made on me when I heard it, this is also just, I think, a game-changing indie rock record. And like as you said early on, like the influence this album has had to this day
Yeah.
and how bands make records and the rawness and the realness of this record is, I mean, it has actually, even with it not getting a good response early on, it has still plagued Weezer to this day because they don't make music like this anymore because nobody liked this record. And now everyone loves it, and Weezer are like, yeah, we're not going to ever do that again. It's kind of crazy. It's a weird... Almost no Weezer records have been enjoyed on release.
yeah, that's basically true.
It's
Maybe-
almost... It's crazy.
Maybe
Blue Album, I think, is
okay.
the most beloved.
I would say that, and maybe like not on a mainstream level, but I think OK Human was the first time that Weezer put out a new album where all of the old school Weezer fans were like, hey, this is good, actually.
But even then, the sentiment is usually like, hey, this isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Go figure.
It's true. Yeah,
That's
the bar
wild.
is really low now.
I know.
All right. Well, there we go.
All right.
Congrats,
We're
Milligan.
starting with a bang.
Oh,
Matt
I'm
Kelly.
very excited. Thank you.
Matt Kelly.
You know, we
gotta
talked
throw out-
about this. This was the year of ska, and I'm looking at 4 ska albums that were actually 5 ska albums that were very important to me. I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to pick to kick this off, and I think I'm going to pick the album that for many years I declared was my favorite album of all time. It might still be in my top 10, honestly. And for $20, Real Big Fish, Turn Off the Radio.
Turn the radio off. You don't even
Turn the
radio
radio
off.
off.
Favorite album of all time. Let's get the title wrong.
Was David Grohl the drummer on this one? Please remind me.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going 20 on turn the radio off.
Turn the radio off. I had this on cassette tape, and when I turned 16, the first car I got only had a tape deck, and this was one of the only cassette tapes I still had. So I listened to this album over and over and over again through most of my senior year of high school and freshman year of college, and it just all these songs are burned into my brain now. I love this album.
I mean, I love this album too.
I obviously love this album. I spent a summer touring with Real Big Fish in 2005, and they're like the most amazing live band, like the most perfect live band that
Yeah.
I've probably ever toured with. I'll go 21. This was a pretty influential album for me.
I'll go 22.
I'll go 25.
It'd be disingenuous for me to bid on this because I do recognize it's very good, and I also it's funny because there's 2 bands that put out albums this year that I was on tour with 20 years ago right now exactly, one of which was Real Big Fish. I grew to really, really like them as dudes because they were just they showed me what it meant to be a normal adult in music on that tour. They just like read books and like listened to reggae and stuff. So I'm not going to bid on this, but may the best man win because great group of dudes.
I honestly think that this is also an album where, like, when people think about this album, they think of Sellout, Beer, and maybe She Has a Girlfriend Now. And I would argue that at least 2 of those 3 songs are among the least great songs on the album. Like, there are some B-side, I'll Never Be is like one of my favorite songs they ever wrote. Like, Nothing is such a fun punk song. Ska-tanic and Say 10, like those songs are so weird and unique for a debut album to like go that strange on your releases. But yeah, is anyone going to outbid me at 25 or do I get this one?
I think I am somewhat physically incapable of going any higher. I actually realized on my last bid I might have even already been overstretching it slightly there. So
my ska punk love is so spread out among so many albums that I can't go any higher for this, even though I love it.
All right, I'll take it at 25. I love that.
I think that's a steal.
Okay.
All right, Chris.
So it's to me.
Yep.
Well, I was highly anticipating this album in 1996 as I loved their debut album. But what I didn't expect is that when it came out, it would be the #1 album in the country. And it would have this song that became like, I remember kids, not just kids, like football players in my school, walking down the halls going, da-da, dun, da-da, dun, da-da, da-da. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't expect this to have this sort of impact. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, I'll start it at $25.
Dude, what a perfect rhythm for Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah.
To like do exactly what you just did.
This is another one where you got to give credit to, like, yes, people are going to know People of the Sun and Bulls on Parade, but holy shit, are there some other amazing...
Dude.
Down Rodeo might be one of the best songs Rage ever wrote. That song's so good.
That song rocks. I love Roll Right. Like, Roll Right has parts where there's, like, feedback that, like, makes me want to run through a wall. It's so good.
Via Now, that was, like, the song everybody fucking loved when that came out.
This album, to this day, is in my top 5 albums that, like, just make me want to fight. It makes me want to something like it just from front to back. I think this is a perfect heavy album. And what's funny about Rage is I didn't realize this. I mean, I guess I realized it. They literally had a song called Renegades of Funk, but never really thought about the fact that this band isn't a metal band or like a rapcore band. They're heavy funk. They are a heavy funk band. And I think this is the best heavy funk album. Although I will say don't go too deep into heavy funk, but I would say it's the best.
It's mostly this or Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I think you're still in a good place to say this is it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I threw it out for 25. Is anyone going to challenge me on that?
I would be thrilled to own this record, but it's definitely out of my budget at this point. I have stretched myself thin, but it's cool. It's cool. I knew this was going to go early.
I love this album. I like the self-titled a little bit more, but I think you should get this one, Chris. You deserve this.
If somebody had outbid me on Pinkerton, we would be fighting really hard right now, but that's not how it's gone.
And I guess Tony's out.
I think I'm out on this one.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to Matthew.
You got to spend 20 of your $35 on your next pick here.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to go with another two, because there were two very, very, very important to me, at least, ska punk records to come out in 1996. And if we're going to say that, and probably more than that, actually, but two that really made the very top of my list. And I think we should put the other one out there right now, which is Losing Streak by Less Than Jake.
Ooh.
Which, for me, as much as I loved Real Big Fish, I still love Real Big Fish. This album, to me, hit a little bit hard. Like, I really was obsessed with this record. This was a real game changer for me, especially as a young bass player. Those Roger bass lines really, freaked me out. It was how good and how hard they were. It was like, this is crazy. Yeah. So, $20, Losing Streak.
Lead bass. Roger plays lead bass.
Pretty much lead bass. I mean, he is a monster player.
Yeah. This album changed one of the albums that changed my life. I feel like that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but really did.
Agreed.
Me more than most people, considering that loved this band, was influenced by them, wanted to be them. Then their drummer signed our band. Then their band took us on tour, and now I do a podcast with their. So this
you sure do.
This is where, and these songs on this album, man. I mean,
every song's good.
Every song is good. And it's a lot. I mean, it's a really packed record, and it is full to the brim with great, great music.
It's 17 tracks, and rare for me, I wouldn't cut a single one. I'm like, every one of these needs to be here.
Yeah.
There's not a bad one on there.
Yeah.
Tony, you said something about Real Big Fish teaching you how to be like a normal dude in a band. And literally today, I was listening to an interview with Reese Roper from Five Iron Frenzy. And he said the two biggest influential ska bands for him were, he said, Less Than Jake taught him how to give a shit about your fans and make sure that everything was costly and reasonable. And that the other one he gave credit to was Skanking Pickle. He's like, I heard that first Skanking Pickle CD and I was like, this is what my band is going to sound like from here on out. That was, but Less Than Jake, infamously good dudes. I'm not going for this one though. So Tony, Chris, are one of you going to take this from Matt?
I'll go 30. 30 for Losing Streak. I love Losing Streak.
All right, well, Matt's out.
Yeah.
I'll go up to 35.
Ooh.
I'd feel bad taking this from you, Chris, but it's definitely the first one that's same. It was it was a game changer. They made playing concerts look like the coolest thing you could possibly do ever. It was so sweet.
They still, to this day, the concert is like a big event. I'm going to have to be pretty, once again, cliche here. I'll go 37 on on Losing Streak.
I respectfully bow out because you got to get this one.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. I like it.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I'm happy with what I got so far. Two albums, pretty solid. And we're rolling back around to Tony. This is the $10. You got to throw out something starting at least $10 this round.
Okay, I'll start this at $10. I think there's a couple albums, Pinkerton included, that could be my favorite albums from this year, especially at the time. But I think I'm going to throw out what I think is probably the best my favorite pop punk album ever. Like, not counting the big guy, like the Green Days and Blanks.
Yep.
But Descendants, Everything Sucks, is an unbelievable album that probably was, like you said, like, what does a life-changing, like, album or music experience really mean? But I do think it was just unbelievable. The songs are so catchy, but it was actually, like, punk. Like, there was a bald guy playing guitar real sweet. So I was like, okay, like I had a weird relationship with how I felt about, like, punk as a kid. I knew I should like it more than I did, and this album kind of did it for me. So $10 for Everything Sucks, Descendants.
I love this album, and I love the fact that, yes, there's a bald guy in the band. And I got to say, as a fellow bald guy, that I wear hats a lot, and on stage too, I wear hats, and a big reason for it. Now, I've experimented with just rocking the bald on stage. The problem is the shine off my head, especially when I see pictures of myself. I'm like, geez, it just like accentuates the sweatiness. Now, I know my buddy Matthew Milligan over there, he gets a little sweaty on stage too, but
oh yeah,
man, does it show when you're a bald guy. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, and I also will give the Descendants credit for a lot of times lyrically, Descendants and all, lyrically kind of, you won't find them singing songs about being a kid. Like, they kind of always have songs about, like, where they're at in their lives. I remember they were like the first punk band that had songs that I knew that had songs that were like blatantly about like getting a divorce or like just real like adult subject matter. And I thought that was cool that you can like this kind of music.
And drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Drinking coffee.
I liked, like, I was
and
a
how
pretty,
much they liked
like,
food and wiener schnitzels.
yeah. I was like I was very anti-drug kid for some reason. And, like, I didn't, like, think, like, drinking and partying at school. So, like, that song, like, they made about, like how cool it was to drink coffee. I was probably, like, 12 years old, and I was like, I'm in. And I became a real coffee head at that time. But going back to the bald point, Chris, there's a difference between scary bald and, like, athlete bald. And I think you're more the latter, which makes it okay to be sweaty, like a Jason Kidd type, versus like a lot of like bald punk dudes are like kind of scary, whether they intend to be or not.
I gotta tell you,
$10 though. Let's
yeah. I actually thought Tony was going to say a different punk album.
I did too, actually, but.
I'm going to say what you're thinking eventually, I'm sure.
That I'm kind of holding out for, and it's crazy. I'm not going to bid on this one because there's just too much out there. And I don't know.
I mean, I'll go 12.
All right.
Okay.
20.
Oh, Jesus. All right, fine.
Yeah. All right. So Tony gets it.
All right, Tony, you got it.
For a second, I thought maybe I could get the record, but no.
Good
That's
pick.
okay.
Good pick.
Good pick. Very good pick.
All right, Matt Kelly.
I'm torn between following my heart and playing to the room. And I think for now I'm going to play to the room because there's one other, I would say two more iconic ska punk albums that need to be mentioned. And I remember that I saw a music video on the Box music video channel that we got in Philadelphia. And I immediately wanted to know everything about this genre of music and bought this album. I had to beg my mom to let me buy this album because it had a parental advisory sticker on it. It is the self-titled album from Goldfinger. When I heard Here in Your Bedroom, I was like, who is this band? What is this genre of music? Why does it make me want to dance? So I'll start at $10. Let the bidding ensue from here.
That's the album I thought Tony was going to say.
Yeah.
It's just front to back. Such a good album. It's like the best debut punk album. I don't know.
It's another one where it's like, even if you removed Here in Your Bedroom off of this album, there's still about 10 tracks that you could talk about how amazing they are. Whether it's Answers, Anxiety, Mabel, like Pictures, like every song on this album is incredible. So am I going to walk away with it for $10?
No.
Nice try, though.
I'll go 15 on this one.
All right.
$20.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go
21.
25.
Ooh. 26.
35.
Whoa, damn.
I didn't think this one would come up this early because, again, there's, I think, another much bigger ska punk album that came out this year, I think. I might need to do a number crunch on that, but, like, I think there's no album ever that sounded like this again, even from Goldfinger. Like,
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And this is actually the other band I was on tour with 20 years ago at this time, and also another scary bald punk guitar player to speak on. I just told this story last week. I was in Portland, and this tour I was on started in Portland, and I never actually met most of Goldfinger. I toured with them once before, but only met Feldman. But Charlie Paulson was back in the band on this tour, who, for the listeners at home, was a scary bald punk dude, an absolutely insanely good guitar player. And he walks in, backstage in Portland, and he throws his duffel bag down, and he just goes, and I'm going to cuss. Because, I think we cuss on this podcast now.
I think we do.
Matt Kelly cussed earlier. Charlie Paulson says, I need some fucking coffee and protein. And it was the coolest thing I've ever heard anyone say. And then he just did push-ups. It was the best first impression.
Chris.
But I got to say that last week in Portland because I did need some fucking coffee and protein.
Say, Chris, I think that's how you need to walk into every green room now.
Yeah. If you want to be a
forever.
scary bald guy, that's how you do it.
Got a
Yeah.
torque.
Take the hat off and just say, I need some coffee and protein, and start
Fucking
ripping
coffee.
And
push-ups.
start doing push-ups right away.
Yeah, this next tour we got coming up, I'll make a real good impression on some people if I do that.
All right.
All right, I think Tony,
I
I have to bow out just based on math, I think, here.
Yeah, math-wise, you and Milligan are out. And I'm going to let him have this because I already got my one ska album. We all deserve a ska album on our list in
Did
1996.
I pay $35 for that?
$35 for it, yeah.
I don't regret it.
No.
There you go.
All right, it's back
All right,
to
Chris.
me. So for my $10, now I'm looking at the list. Now it's kind of a lot of stuff. I think most of the stuff I want, I think I could probably get for less than that. Wow. Okay. I'm going to switch gears here a little bit. Now, I could see everybody kind of giving me a little bit of a challenge on this one. I need to get out of the hard rock space a little bit. Not that this artist doesn't rock, but for $10, I'm going to throw out Fiona Apple's Tidal.
This is a good, very good
Yeah,
album.
good choice.
It's just a beautiful album. For Never Is a Promise Alone, which is my favorite Fiona Apple song. Not to mention Shadowboxer, Criminal, the hits off this
yeah.
one.
Sleep to Dream.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of hits for Fiona here.
I'm not going to fight you on this one.
Ooh.
15.
Okay.
But Milligan is.
All right.
I'll do 15 for Fiona.
I know what you're working with over there. Math, Milligan. So I'm just gonna.
I've laid my cards out pretty early here, so
I'm
but
gonna
I do
nickel
love
and dime
Fiona.
you.
okay.
16.
This was really high up on my list of things I wanted,
Yeah.
but I will let you have it.
Okay, I'll take it. $16.
16.
For Fiona. I like it. So now
All right,
we're
Milligan.
We're over to you, Matt Milligan.
Let's do one that I'm sure Chris won't be interested in.
Ooh.
Which is another hard turn from the typical genres we've been doing, but a personal favorite of mine that I would be remiss if I did not mention, which is the album 12 Golden Country Greats
Oh my
by a
God.
band called Ween.
Did you say I'm not gonna bid on this?
That was some sarcasm.
Okay.
Yes, no, I knew you would be interested in this one. But yeah, Ween's 12 Golden Country Greats, which is a really odd record for them, exactly how it sounds. Like for a band that is known for twisting genres, it is an entire album of all country songs.
This was my first Ween record.
It's a lot of people's first Ween record because it's also as weird as it is, and it still has absolutely insane lyrics and really
It's
horrible stuff.
digestible.
Yes, but it's not as like I think like every single Ween record has at least one song on it that is designed to make sure nobody could possibly like it, and this is arguably the only one that does not have that at all.
I mean, for anybody who doesn't know and is listening right now, at this point in their career, Ween took their entire budget, which I believe was like six-figure, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, went to Nashville, hired all the best session players in Nashville, and made an album called 12 Golden Country Greats with 10 songs on it, which is really was really a funny joke in the 90s. Ben Folds 5,
Yes.
you know, like it's always a funny thing to do. Piss Up a Rope is on this album, which is, I know every word to that song. Like,
Piss Up a Rope is, I mean, there's top tier Ween on this record. Piss Up a Rope, Mr. Richard Smoker,
Fluffy.
Fluffy, Help Me Scrape the Mucus Off My Brain, Powder Blue,
Yeah.
Japanese Cowboy.
Dude.
I love this record. So $10 for 12, $10 for 12 Golden Country Greats. What a deal.
You know, I love pretty much every Ween album. As far as 90s Ween albums go, this isn't very high for me. And
It's not their best. No, certainly not.
so with me already having 3 albums and spending a good bit of my money on them, I think I gotta bow out on this, even though I hate to do it.
I mean, I understand. As someone who's also financially strapped, I understand.
Yeah.
Did I just get this for $10? Because
You got it for $10. Yeah.
Wow, that is very exciting.
All right, and Tony, you start off our $5 round.
Yeah.
$5 round. Another one that at this time could have been my favorite album of this year. And it's a comedy album, in my opinion, but it's a little more experimental of a comedy album.
I already know what it's going to be.
I have no idea what.
Beck Odelay.
Yeah, Beck Odelay.
There it is.
From Tony's favorite comedian musician, Beck.
Yep.
Was that at $5? Were you starting at 5 on Odelay?
Start at 5.
This is a great album. This is the hits.
This is a
Devil's-
really good album.
The hits are Devil's
I
Haircut,
taped-
New Pollution.
Yeah.
Yep.
I taped the 3 singles off the radio before I owned it, and I walked to my friend Matt's house, which was really far. To paint the picture, it was very far to walk for a 12-year-old with a Walkman, just listening to those 3 songs on repeat. So very fond memories. I'm probably going to revisit it today because it's also production-wise insane.
I was going to say, there's a track on there near the end that was not released as a single that I think is one of the weirdest songs Beck's ever done, which is High Five, Rock the Catskills, where it's just
so good.
That song is insane.
More Dead Than Alive.
Is this the first album after Mellow Gold? Or was One Foot in the Grave between those?
Yes and no. This is the first
Technically, One
major
Foot is.
release. Yeah. This is the first major record release. One Foot in the Grave was like he still had a contract with an indie label that he had to close out.
This is such a different album from Mellow Gold. Like this is really, he really stepped it up. I mean, at least on the...
It's the Dust Brothers. He called in the Dust Brothers to help him out, and their production is all over this album.
And the comedy is more refined. Like, it's not quite as, in your face as Mellow Gold. A little less random.
Yeah. I would love to bid on this, but I'm not going to bid on this.
I have a different comedy album I have my eyes set on,
there's a couple
unfortunately.
comedy albums out there. Yeah.
You said 5 on this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Tony?
sir.
Yeah, I'll go up to 10 on this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to go up to 20.
Whoa.
Okay,
I
well
really want
that's
Odelay.
the end for me.
I
then.
think that's
But great
that's
job.
a wrap. Unless
That's
Matt
a wrap for
Kelly's
me.
getting in there.
No.
All right.
Great record though. I re-listened to Odelay randomly the other day for the first time in years, and I was really struck by how spectacular this record is. Like front to back, it just plays. It's so good. Great choice.
All right. Everyone's bank accounts are depleted enough that I feel safe with my my one pick here. So I'm going to go with the best comedy album of 1996, Weird Al Yankovic's Bad Hair Day.
Wow.
And I'll just go for $5 right now.
$6.
$10.
Okay. How much money do you have, Matt Kelly?
Well, now I have $65.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Well, then this is doesn't look good for me, does it?
Can't take it with
No.
you, Matt Kelly. It's like being at the
can't take
fantasy
it with
football
you.
draft when people
You can't
start
take
saying
it with you.
you can't take it with you. But
Okay, $15.
whoa,
All right, I'll go 20.
all right.
I think that ends the conversation. So there we go. I got my beloved,
yeah,
one
I
of my
suppose it
favorite
does.
Weird Al releases ever, right there.
It's great.
Amish Paradise, Everything You Know Is Wrong, Alternative Polka, arguably his best polka, Gump, the classic Gump.
No, a strong contender. Obviously, Matt Kelly and I have some personal history here.
Yeah.
This is a strong contender for Al's greatest record of all time, and I wish it was part of my collection, but I have no regrets. No regrets. Enjoy
All right.
Matt Kelly.
Amish
At least it's
Paradise
in
was unreal.
safe hands.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's getting to see Everything You Know Is Wrong live this past summer was unreal because that was always a favorite of mine. But all right,
What a
Chris,
song.
over to you. Your $5 pick.
This might be a pretty wild $5 pick, but this album is so good. And I wasn't at this show. I think my friends like PJ and Steve discovered this band because they were actually touring with Weezer. I believe they saw Weezer play at Graffiti in Pittsburgh, and the opening band was Nerf Herder. And I'm going to go $5 on Nerf Herder's self-titled album because this is, I believe this is 10 tracks where once again, front to back, it is just Nose Ring Girl and Anna Lee and Van Halen. And I mean, front to back, this album is incredible. I love
Yeah.
it.
Agreed.
I would be bidding for this if it was any of the other Nerf Herder albums. I like this
No.
one. But I think How to Meet Girls and American Cheese are like the superior Nerf Herder
Get
releases,
the
personally.
hell out of here. Get the
Come on,
hell out of here.
Vivian.
I also love
Vivian,
How to
Pantera
Meet Girls
Fans in
as well,
Love.
but I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's better than this.
No.
Does it have golf shirt?
Yes.
This has golf shirt.
This has golf shirt on it.
Yeah, that's tempting for golf shirt alone.
This has golf
I'm
shirt.
sorry is on this. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I wanted only to kiss you. That song's incredible. I'm sorry I crashed through your window on acid. I'm sorry I bled to death. Sorry, or whatever. That song's amazing. Is
I'm gonna
anyone
give another
going higher
Nerf
than
Herder-
5?
No, I think you're getting this for 5.
I'll take
is
it.
my guess.
Yeah, I think you are. It's great record though.
We very rarely do EPs come up on our drafts, but their album called My EP, that also has some like stellar songs. High School and Love Sandwich specifically, but also just the ballsiness of putting a song in there called Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's not a cover of the song Bridge Over Troubled Water is so fucking funny to me. All right, Matt.
Oh yeah. $5. So you know what's funny? Matt Kelly, I wish you had noticed, because so far I have 2 picks and they both are things that start with W. So I really do feel like I should have gotten Weird Al.
You should have, but I would never give that to you.
Well, that's fair. I guess that's fair. But I actually do have one other W on my list, which is really weird. Also a W word.
Is it a band that you opened for like a summer or two ago?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Is there another W band?
There's another W one too, yeah.
Wow. I'm not even sure I know what you're talking about. Am I gonna? Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go with this. I don't know if anyone else in this group is gonna care about this, but truly one of my favorite records of all time, 1996, Wilco, Being There. Their double album, the thing that absolutely got me into this band. This is a incredible, incredible set of songs. Wilco's Being There, $5.
I don't think I'm fighting you on that. Yeah.
No one's gonna fight me on this?
I do love Wilco.
Too early for me.
Yeah.
Too early for Wilco?
For me, on Wilco, I
Yeah.
can't claim to be in on them this early.
Totally fair. Totally fair. This is like, actually, I feel like they had some spotty times in their early years, but this record is the most perfect. Like, everything on this record is great.
I'm the weirdo who loves AM as like one of their best releases. I love
Hey,
their debut album.
Wow, Matt Kelly. Always with the hot take, Matt Kelly.
Always the hot take. I love
All right.
Passenger Side is so good and Box Full of Letters. It's a good debut.
Hey there, One Hit Thunder listeners. Are you ready to take your music to the next level? Well, get ready to rock because this episode is brought to you by DistroKid, the ultimate digital music distribution service for artists like you. With DistroKid, you can easily upload your songs or albums to online stores and streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, reaching fans all around the globe. But that's just the beginning. DistroKid offers a ton of awesome features like Hyperfollow, which helps you promote your releases and get pre-saves on your songs, all for free. But wait, there's more. The DistroKid app is now available on iOS and Android. With the app, you can manage your releases, track your streaming stats, and even withdraw your earnings, all from the palm of your hand. And for those looking to perfect their sound, check out Mixia. This powerful tool allows you to put the finishing touches on your tracks in minutes, ensuring they sound polished and professional every time. But that's not all. DistroKid has just launched a brand new feature called Instant Share, allowing you to easily share large files securely with collaborators, producers, and more. With Instant Share, you can keep your music streaming at the highest quality while making the best impression possible. So what are you waiting for? Elevate your music career today with DistroKid and unlock a world of possibilities. Possibilities that I know all about because I've been using DistroKid for years. It's seriously great. If you haven't used it before, you're going to love it. And One Hit Thunder listeners get an exclusive offer, 30% off your first year with DistroKid by signing up at distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder. That's distrokid.com/VIP/OneHitThunder.
Hey, One Hit Thunders, Thunderheads, Thunder Buns. All right, I'll just go with One Hit Thunder listeners. This is Krista Makes, guitarist and vocalist for Less Than Jake, and host of Krista Makes a Podcast, a songwriting podcast where every week I'm joined by an amazing guest to break down the writing, recording, and release of one iconic song that they have written. In our giant evergreen back catalog of episodes, we've had rock legends such as Dee Snider and Huey Lewis, punk rock favorites such as Mark Hoppus, Fat Mike, and Brett Gurewitz, up-and-coming artists of today such as Liz Stokes of the Beths and Genesis Owusu, and even some of the artists that have been featured on One Hit Thunder. The show is even produced by One Hit Thunder host Chris Fafalios. What more could you possibly ask for? Krista Makes a Podcast is available for free on all the places you listen to podcasts, and new episodes come out every Monday. I guarantee you'll like it, or we'll give you your money back.
Tony, you can throw out an album for any price now. We're out of the required starting points.
Oh, man, there's so many left.
There is.
I'll go for another comedy album that if you had this and an East Bay catalog and you were a dude, you were pretty poppin', it's Adam Sandler, They're All Gonna Laugh at You.
No, wait. That's the
no,
wrong
it's
album.
What the Hell Happened to Me this year.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Yes. Let's edit that out.
Nope.
I'm just gonna.
Just like I'm keeping turn off the radio. I'm keeping.
It was definitely still like a Sandler that like guys that had that CD were really cool.
Yes.
So I'll throw it out there for like $3.
I remember thinking that album had the largest parental advisory sticker I had ever seen in my life on it.
Yeah.
It is like a quarter of the album.
Yeah.
This was the album for my age. This was exactly like you said. This was like the most precious contraband. If you knew someone who had this, who could play it for you, because I was not allowed this in my house.
Yeah.
I knew, because I think we've talked about how I was a little delayed on a lot of pop culture stuff. This was my introduction to who Adam Sandler was.
Wow.
Was again watching
Crazy.
The Box
Wow.
and seeing the music video for Steve Polychronopoulos and being like, who is this guy? And then I rented Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore.
Polychronopoulos.
I believe this album also has Piece of Shit Car on it.
Yep, Ode to My Car is on it.
Yeah.
Dip and Doodle, which I really do enjoy that stupid song.
Gotta dip. You gotta doodle.
Gotta doodle.
You gotta stop playing with your noodle.
And then there are some of the dumbest sketches that still will make me laugh, like The Hypnotist, where Kevin Nealon just can't stop farting while he's a hypnotist, or the one my brother and I quote all the time, Sex or Weightlifting.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
That's on this one? No, that's on Laugh at You.
No, Sex or Weightlifting is on.
It is on this one.
is on this one. What the hell happened to me?
I'm a little surprised too, Chris, but I'm seeing it right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Are these people having sex or weightlifting?
That track is 7 minutes long.
And it's so vulgar. Like at one point he plays the tape and it's like, we are two gay men definitely having sex. There are no dumbbells.
Is it Tim Meadows? Is Tim Meadows in that one?
I think it is. Yeah.
Man. I am not going to go any higher than 3 to outbid Tony. Is anybody outbidding Tony on this one?
No, I'm not on this one. But
Wow.
Respect this choice. This is great.
So
That
many
was also
comedy
on
albums.
this album there, Matt. Nice reference.
A hilarious year for music.
All right, Matt Kelly.
All right. Do I go ska or do I finally introduce hip hop into this draft this late into it?
Finally.
And I think as good as hip hop was in 1996, there is one album specifically that I listened to so much. I think is one of the best rap albums of all time. And I'm going to start the bidding at $10. I'm going with the Fugees' The Score.
Wow.
You
I
get
didn't
Ready
realize
or
that-
Not, Fuji Law, Killing Me Softly, How Many Mics. So many good songs on this album. Arguably the best for 2 of these 3 people that it will ever be.
Yeah, agreed. Wow, this actually missed my my radar for this draft. I'm surprised it did. This is a really, really, really great record.
Definitely the best it's ever going to be for Praz.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
yes. Boy. I remember hearing on one podcast someone's asked the question, and now we know more, and it's even more clear. But he's like, has anyone ever lucked out by having famous friends more than Praz did for being in the Fugees?
Almost certainly, yes.
I have such an attachment to the Lauryn Hill album, but I have no attachment to this Fugees album.
Really? Oh, this album is so good. This is, I would
yeah.
argue, this is Wyclef's best production work of all time. The sample choices of like Enya as like the track background for Ready or Not is like top tier to me. But all right, am I getting this for $10? Because
I think you
fine
are,
with
yeah.
that. Woo!
All
All right,
right.
Chris.
I mean, leading with $10 was also really putting your finger on the scale quite a bit there.
Okay. I might have to get into punk again. I might have to get heavy into punk because there's an album
Yeah.
on here that I absolutely love. I love it musically. It was the last album for a very important member of this band as far as my loving of this band. And also, when you folded out the CD cover, I feel like pretty much everything I feel to this day about politics and my view on the world was contained in there, minus the fact that I'm not a vegan. I'm going with Propaganda's Less Talk, More Rock.
Ah, so good. So good.
I love this album so much.
I also love this album. This is a really, in terms of like, really like smart and like mean.
Yeah.
I mean, not mean, but you know what I mean? Like angry punk. Like this really like was a big one for me.
And balanced. with
Coming
the-
off of Less Than Jake's Good Times.
Yeah, and balanced off of there's a couple songs that are John K. Samson songs on here that
That's
went
right.
on to be on Weaker Than's albums. Anchorless, and he has another one on here too. But this album, so good, and so many lyrics.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So I'm throwing this one out for $1. So if anyone wants to get in the game,
Yeah, I'll get in the game. I'm going to
Okay.
get in the game on this. I'm going to go $3.
I'll go 5.
Okay. How about 6?
I'll go 7, and that's as high as I can go.
Wait, is that true?
62 plus 16. Oh no, it's not true. 78. You're right, Matt. I did my thing wrong. But I'll go 7. I can go higher. I can go
You
much
can
higher.
go higher. I'll go 10.
I'll go 12 for Less Talk More Rock.
I think you're going to get it for 12.
Okay. All right. I will take
gonna
it.
get it for
5
12.
albums for Chris right there.
Yeah.
God, that's a great record though.
I love it. My favorite Propaganda album. Or Propagandy. I guess they pronounce.
Propagandy.
That's so weird to me that it
I
wouldn't be.
always heard it Propagandy, but then I did hear them say it. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
I was on the Propagandy podcast. There's a podcast only about
Oh, wow.
Propagandy, about like it's like what you guys do with Weird Al, where everyone does a song.
Sure.
And yeah, they said that they pronounce it Propagandy. That they themselves. in the band.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Milligan, you can throw out one here, though.
Yes. Another. I'm going to add this to the list of maybe something that. Well, I know people don't. People care about this band, but this is a deep cut. It's kind of like my Ween pick. This is not the most popular album by this band, but one of my favorite bands of all time, and I just can't not do a pick from this band. Put out a record this year that I also think is a excellent record. It is the album Factory Showroom by They Might Be Giants, which I will put out there for $5.
I looked at the track list of Factory Showroom in prep for this, and I was like, there's none of my favorite They Might Be Giants songs are on this album. So
I would say it is a probably a deep cuts record for most people at this point. It's the last album they put out, I think, on Elektra Records before they got dropped. They were like, one of those bands that got signed in the 90s when bands like this were doing well, and then at a certain point in the mid-90s was like, oh god, we don't know what to do with this type of music anymore. Ween had a similar thing happen to them. So this was like kind of, I think, a weird time for them, but for the song Till My Head Falls Off, top tier, They Might Be Giants. New York City is a very, like, they play that live at like almost every show they do. James K. Polk, Spiraling Shape, Bells Are Ringing. This is How Can I Sing Like a Girl is like one of the best ballads they ever wrote. $5 for Factory Showroom. I'm not going to be offended if nobody else wants this, but I couldn't live with myself if I didn't go for this one.
I think it's yours.
unless Tony has something to say about it, it's yours.
Thank you for your restraint, Tony.
All right, Tony, final pick for you, possibly.
This is insane that like I thought this would be the first album that got thrown out, and somehow it doesn't come up once. And I don't necessarily even like want it. And if I'm somehow wrong that this wasn't 1996, you can cut this, but Sublime.
Oh,
Like
Is it
the
96 or
Sublime
97?
album.
The
It
self-titled
is.
Sublime. It's on my list of things to consider for this. The
Oh my
self-titled
God.
Sublime record is
I
1996.
didn't see that when I was looking up songs. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay,
Is
that
this like
changes
Steph
things
Curry,
a little bit.
like being drafted like crazy low, and
Yeah.
I'll throw it out there for $5 to get it going.
I'm
wow.
going to take it up to 10.
I forgot about it.
This is such
always
an
that
interesting
one.
record for me because this is one that, like, when I was young, this was like a huge record for me at the time it came out, but I have not like revisited this album in such a long time. I don't know why, like something really turned in me. I was like, I don't know if I've heard Santeria enough times on the radio at this point in my life that the odds of, like, the idea of turning this album on makes no sense to me.
Oh, you gotta fix that, sir.
Like I don't necessarily like I don't revisit it. I really liked it as a kid when it came out, but it's almost like just remembering like Nirvana Nevermind
Yeah,
in some capacity that it's like
I think that
wait,
there's been like
really?
this.
Like-
There's been like a turn on Sublime in the last 10 years for various reasons, but man, like even if you're sick of the 2 or 3 singles off this album that get played all the time, like April 24th, 1992 is such a good song. Like there are so many really good songs.
What did you call that song?
Wait, what's the title?
Well, what I'm just asking. Did you
you're
say?
off by a couple days.
Yeah.
I
Did
think.
you say
Yeah,
April
just a few
24th?
days off.
I thought.
I did say 24th. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's because that was my 12th birthday.
Oh,
It's April
belated
20.
happy 12th birthday, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's rewrite it. Can we please rewrite it to be about Chris's
Oh my God,
12th
this is
birthday?
the new goal of this podcast is to
Same
rewrite that song to
general, like,
just be
It should be
Chris's-
about a riot of
just
some
about
sort,
Chris's
but yeah,
12th birthday party.
in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania. Where were you?
There was a party on the streets. Tell me, where were you? You were sitting home watching your TV.
Oh shit!
This album
Anyway,
also.
$10.
This album also had Jailhouse. I love Jailhouse.
Jailhouse.
I
Seed. Like I like the song Seed.
I planted my seed. Yeah.
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 What's the other? Same in the End. That was the other one I was trying to remember. Track
Yeah.
4 on this.
Same
is
in the
so
End, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I wish that I could bid, but I can't. So
You gonna? Anyone moving from 10?
I'm not gonna pursue this one.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's yours, Tony.
I can't believe I got
No,
maybe like the biggest album from this
Wait,
year.
didn't
I
Matt
went-
Kelly-
no, I bid 10.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna let you. You know what? I feel like I'll let. Even though I threw it out there, there's a couple other things. I think I can round out my squad with Sublime. Self-titled is yours.
There you go.
Okay.
Matt Kelly gets Sublime for 10. Cool.
This does screw up a little bit of my game plan because this
Sweet.
was not even on my list. I mean, my game plan wasn't great. I was going to get myself like a $1 album that no one gave a shit about at the end. All right, let me throw this one out there, and I won't care if someone takes it from me so I can still get that $1 album. I think it's the other great ska punk album that we haven't talked about. It isn't as massive as Real Big Fish or Less Than Jake, but I think it's of equal importance to people who love ska and punk. The debut album from the Suicide Machines, Destruction by Definition.
Yep.
And I'll start that one at $5.
Wow.
Destruction by Definition.
2 albums in a row I completely forgot about that I didn't put
Yeah.
on my list, like that I would have. That album's so good.
I
So
think
good.
that's their best release, personally. I know there's a lot of battle hymns people, but I love this album.
Perhaps the best branded content of its time. The song about buying Vans shoes. As a kid, it's like, well, I
It made
better
me
go
go
buy
out and buy
those.
Vans so quick.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Threw a slur in there that wouldn't fly today too in
Indeed.
that song.
Yep.
Yeah, and do you guys, I don't know if you guys, I never knew this, but Derek Grant, who was their drummer, who went on to drum for Alkaline Trio, he like not only played drums amazingly on Destruction by Definition, he like wrote all the songs. And then he left the band after
whoa.
that, which kind of, you know, they're still a great band, but it kind of explains why they like.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are like Face Values is such a good song on this. No Face.
No
Obviously
Face.
you did.
Yeah.
No Face you did an episode on. I mean, New Girl is like one of those songs that's just
One of the
tied
ultimate
to,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater tracks.
just tied to Tony Hawk
Oh,
now.
my God.
Oh man.
Incredible.
$5. Suicide Machines. Does anybody want to bid for it?
I'm not going to, but it's a great album.
$8.
Ooh.
All right. Tony?
Well, Matt Milligan said $8.
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing if Tony wants to go in.
Oh.
I did really, really love this album, but again, there's still so much.
All right.
So much to round it out with.
I'll let you have it for 8 there, Matt.
Hey, great. That's awesome. That was maybe next on my list
Wow.
to call myself. So that's
Well,
awesome.
that closes out your 5 as well there.
Yes,
so
it does.
Do we want to let you and Chris throw some stuff out there that can just kind of be null and void if
Yeah.
no one goes for it?
I mean, I have the cash for it, so
Yeah.
sure.
So do I. So I can throw this out for $1, and then if no one bids on it, I can just drop it or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out Super Drag, Regretfully Yours.
So good.
Not my favorite Super Drag album, but it has their biggest hit.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite? I'd be curious to know.
Last Call for Vitriol.
You genius. I love that you said that. I love that. I feel like no one in the world has heard that record.
Dude,
And it's so good.
that song Feeling Like I Do from that album.
So good.
That's like me and, you know, my guys in my band and stuff, like obsessed with that song. Just
Yeah.
like the weird guitar, like bends, like
Yeah.
real distorted bends in that song that are like, oh, I love it. Love it.
If I can, just a really quick, because this is one of those, very few stories like this, but this is a particularly good one. When I was a teenager, I went to see Superdrag when they had just put out Last Call for Vitriol, and I saw them at a small club in Long Island that does not exist anymore. And the 2 opening acts for Superdrag, direct support was Phantom Planet,
Whoa.
who were not particularly known at the
Whoa.
time. And then on first was a band that were just going out doing their very first tour, and their name was Maroon 5.
Wow.
And I saw Maroon 5 play first before Phantom Planet and then Superdrag, and I was like, wow, that show did not represent how it was going to go down.
Funny enough that an album that was drafted around this time, Goldfinger played in Pittsburgh at Club Laga, and one of the opening bands was Kara's Flowers.
Yep.
Which is what they were called before they were Maroon 5.
That's right. There you go.
And
Even
the
ahead
rest
of
of the
me.
story
Not bad.
Yeah.
Was your former bandmate Greg Wood would talk about how he knew them when they added Adam Levine and became Maroon 5, and he's just like, you just tell, man, the guy's a star. Like, damned if he wasn't right.
Yeah, he was.
All right. Well, Chris, I don't think anyone's going for Super Drag, so we'll just deduct $1 from
No,
you.
but a great pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Milligan?
I want to like suggest something. There's a possibility someone's going to want here. For $1, Jimmy Eat World, Static Prevails.
Ooh.
A great
Favorite
record.
band ever? Probably no interest.
Yeah.
I love that record. It is not in my top 3 Jimmy Eat World records, but I do really enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. Well then,
But
Tony,
it's going to get
what
dropped
is-
for $1.
unless you throw something out there that I desperately want, I think you're going to get whatever you want as your 5th album here.
You might want this because it's the other Nerf Herder album that came out this year, and it's Fountains of Wayne, self-titled, and it's incredibly good. I'll throw it out for $1.
All right. I'm not going to fight you for it, so congratulations on
Whoa,
the Fountains
okay.
of Wayne. I'm going to go with an album that admittedly has aged like milk in the sun. But in 1996, and this came out late in 1996, it was probably closer to 1997 when I discovered it. But man, I probably spent an entire summer, me and all the kids in the neighborhood, listening to this record as if it was as like hot of a commodity as that Adam Sandler album of like, don't let your parents know that you have this CD. And that is One Fierce Beer Coaster from the Bloodhound Gang, which I'm going
man.
$5 on because that's how much I loved that album when it came out. Like,
That song that
I mean, yeah.
lists all the cities are all
Yes.
all the play and it ends with like they can't play in New Jersey or something, right?
yeah, no, he'll play nowhere in New Jersey. That's the only place we can't go.
Yeah. Because of some legal trouble there or something.
Yeah,
or-
they had legal trouble there. I mean, they're obviously from Delaware County, where I grow up. So, like, that was like a big deal that this band from like right down the street was on the radio with Fire, Water, Burn at the time.
Yeah.
Then they become even bigger like 3 years later. But this CD, possibly the best rap verse that has ever come out of Vanilla Ice, is on this album.
Oh, God.
On the song Boom.
That's right. I forgot he has a feature on this record.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kiss Me Where It Smells Funny is such a crazy
Yep.
song. Like, they're
Yep.
as goofy as that band is, they are like undeniably crazy good musicians for what
They're just generally
doing.
good. They also just
Yeah.
do a straight cover of It's Tricky that is really fun.
It's so good. Their
Yeah.
cover of It's Tricky is unbelievable
yeah,
on this
it's great.
record.
Really, really good.
I saw them play in Pittsburgh way back in the day. I think it was with Goldfinger, actually. I think
Yeah,
That makes
I
sense to
saw
me
that
in a weird
tour.
way.
and
Yeah.
Jimmy Pop went to the front of the stage and said, I want everyone in the crowd to spit on me. And the whole, it was the most disgusting, like, could you imagine this day and age? I mean, I can't even imagine then doing it, but it was just like, oh my God, it was so disgusting.
No, those guys are real deal. Like they were crazy. They were doing insane stuff. I mean, it was
tried and true
really, really
scumbags.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh my God. They put out a TV. Talk about a band that I loved, that literally I had access to locally, that I was scared to meet. I did not want to meet them. They scared me on like a certain level because like I watched when this album blew up, they put out a DVD of them on tour where you're like, these guys are assholes. Like you're just like
They are
watching them.
punching each other in the face
Yeah,
all the time.
How
Like,
is
for
there
fun.
not, unless there is, in which case, whatever, you can cut this out. How is there not accusations against this band?
I
seem like
I
Let's-
genuinely
we should-
don't think there are, but like they
No.
got really tight with the Jackass people too because
was
of
all-
like
yeah.
that combination.
That tracks.
And it was all
I think they were
internal. I
only
think they
dicks
all
to
were-
themselves.
yeah, exactly that. Yeah. The most notable thing that happened to them is they almost got jailed in Russia for desecrating the flag on stage. Like it was a part of what almost ended them as a band. I mean, like they're not really an active
They're
group
not really
anymore.
well. They're not really a band because at least 3 of the members vowed to leave the country if Donald Trump won the presidency, and they
Oh.
fucking did. They live in
There you go.
Europe now. They're
Wow.
like, we
Yeah.
don't like.
Wow,
they
okay.
packed up
Whoa.
and,
Yeah,
and
There you have
bailed.
it. I will also say I have not that long ago met Jimmy Pop from Bloodhound Gang, and he was the most
yeah.
lovely, nicest guy
That's
in the world.
so good to know,
Like,
'cause-
just such a sweetheart. So, like, I mean, I was thrilled that he was so nice. Because, again, having seen them and loved them, I was like, I don't know if this is a band I want to meet.
No, because that
But he
DVD,
was
what
so
they do to
great.
their drummer was like 17, and in that DVD, they handcuff him, strip him to his underwear, and throw a bag on his head, and just put him in the elevator and send him to a random floor for him to find his way back to the hotel room on his own as they're just filming him, and he doesn't know that they're there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're
So great.
so mean. Anyway, Chris.
Great pick, Matt Kelly. Great pick, Matt
That
Kelly.
ends our draft unless there's like a flash sale. Is there a flash sale?
We're going back to 1996, and we are going to steal a record. We're all going to steal a record from the record store, a CD, I should say. So I'll start by stealing. I might be oh man, is this what I'm going to do? Man, I'm so torn. I don't want to go first, kind of, but I think okay. I'll steal this album because I think he sold plenty of these. I'm going to steal Tupac's All Eyes on Me. And I'm going to steal it for California Love, Get the Party Going, How Do You Want It?
Yeah.
Not my favorite Tupac album, but for California Love alone, I'm going to steal All Eyes on Me.
All right. Matt, what are you stealing?
Tough call. There's a bunch left that I would be more than happy to steal. But I'm going to steal Fashion Nugget by Cake.
God damn it.
Gotcha.
God damn it. That was exactly what I was looking at, too. Fuck.
I'm
right.
sorry.
All right.
Tony?
Tony.
Look, not to be a contrarian, I'm not going to steal any music because I think you should support record stores.
Oh,
I think you should support musicians. I'm going to steal a really cool pair of Airwalks that I never got to have in 1996. I was really jealous of guys that had really cool Airwalks. So that's what I'm grabbing.
Pair Airwalks on the way.
Tony really trying to win a draft at this point. This is a
I
dark
think
horse.
that's really
pull.
going to help.
Everyone get behind Tony on this, no matter what,
All right. I guess I feel so bad because one of my favorite bands of all time put out their debut record, and I still just don't want it. I'm going to grab the greatest soundtrack of 1996, the Space Jam soundtrack.
Whoa. Yeah.
Wow. Not on my radar at all.
You can steal that for sure.
Yeah.
You can definitely steal that.
Yeah.
Not
That
hurting
franchise
anybody
is
with
doing
that
fine.
one. That
Okay.
has Bugs Bunny rapping a song that I believe Tupac wrote.
There you go.
I am going to list some albums that didn't get picked, and I'm
Yes.
sure you guys will be able to chime in on this. The Bouncing Souls' Maniacal Laughter, my favorite Bouncing
Yes.
Souls album, was released this year.
Great record.
No Effects' Heavy Petting Zoo, which I
Yep.
stand behind. A lot of No Effects fans think it's like one of their worst. I love that album.
That's one
No,
of
it
my
rules.
favorite albums
Yeah.
from them. I love that album.
Best artwork, too. Jesus, that's
Great album
incredible.
cover. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad about not taking this album. Gin Blossoms, Congratulations, I'm Sorry, because
It has a great song on it.
Follow You Down.
Down is unbelievable.
I don't know. Have I told my Follow You Down story on this podcast before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We had, in our early years of meeting Robin, this was probably like 2003 or 2004. I can't imagine asking someone to do this now, but I asked, and he obliged Robin to call my girlfriend at the time on Valentine's Day and play Follow You Down over the phone, and he did it.
Wow.
God, he's a good dude.
Yeah. Oh,
That's awesome.
How have
Robin,
we not asked Robin to be on our podcast
I
at
know.
this point? It's been 6 years.
Robin texted me yesterday and said, "Hello, Chris from Robin. I just saw your name in my phone book and thought I'd say hi. Hope you have a great 2026.
Incredible.
Wow,
Incredible.
That's awesome.
And I didn't take his freaking album like an asshole.
That's why he hasn't been on our podcast yet. He heard.
Yeah, right.
That's why he texted you. He was hoping that was going to be the reminder you needed to draft this
But,
record.
Hey, well, here's what I'll say. Follow You Down, one of my favorite Gin Blossom songs on this album. It's an all-around great album. And
Yeah.
Day Job is a really good song on there.
and Till I Hear It From You was added as like, it was on the soundtrack to what
Empire
movie?
Records.
Empire Records.
Empire
But then
Records.
it got added as a bonus track later too. So two of the greatest Gin Blossom songs are on this album too. Nobody took that. Not my favorite Bad Religion album, but The Gray Race was this
Gray Race.
year. Another one. We got to feel like assholes, Matt Kelly. Tracy Bonham,
Tracy
The Burdens
Bonham.
of Being Upright, not drafted.
I know that was on my long list, but I secretly knew I was never going to get to it. I love that album though.
Fishbones, Chim Chim's Badass Revenge was this year. Metallica's Load, which I'm like, what's on
Yes.
Load? Is there a song?
Load
I know?
was a big one for them. Until It Sleeps, and King Nothing and Hero for the Day.
Okay.
This was the first album where they cut their hair and all their fans got pissed.
Load is such a funny name for an album.
Do you want to know something even more funny about that album?
What's that?
Tony's shaking his head because he knows what I'm about to say. The album cover is that it's the band members' semen under like a microscope with like red tinge on it.
I did not know that.
Like
That
as a
really is.
Rorschach
I didn't know that.
test.
Wow.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's what I remember reading it was.
That's funny. Wow.
That's crazy.
The Cardigans, First Band on the Moon.
Yeah.
Good
Face to Face, self-titled was this
Yep.
year. I can't believe I'm really surprised no one took this because as far as like 3-piece pop punk of the 90s goes,
This was almost going to be one of mine.
MXPX Life in General.
Yeah.
Was this
Yep.
year.
Oh man. Oh,
Such a good
damn.
release.
That's a really good.
Yeah.
I think that's their best album personally, but
And that's all I got. That's all I had listed. I'm sure, especially Matt Milligan probably has some.
I was going to say, Milligan, do you want to go first? Because you might dwindle down my list a bit.
Sure. Still in the punk rock world, Bikini Kill's Reject All American, a very cool, super aggro punk rock record that I loved. Eels, Beautiful Freak, gorgeous
Yeah.
indie rock record. That was a big one. Novocaine for the Soul. Outcasts, Atlians.
Oh yeah, nobody
their
took that.
debut. Yep,
Yeah.
nobody took Atlians. Another great. I was not, despite. I mean, we were really locked into a very particular sort of vibe for 1996, which is completely fine. But we missed as a result. Not my favorite Tribe record, but Tribe Called Quest, Beats, Rhymes, and Life came out in 1996. For the like indie hip hop heads, DJ Shadow's Introducing and the Dr. Octagon record, which is a Cool Keith like side project, very very cool. Huge album that I'm surprised didn't come up, but we weren't really in the pop world that much. The self-titled Sheryl Crow record
Yeah.
I
came
love
out
that
in
record.
1996, which is just hit after
That's her
hit
best.
after hit.
That's her best album for sure.
Yeah, really, really, really good. Nobody cared about this record, but I love it. The second album, which is called 2 by the Presidents of the United States of America,
yeah.
that had no hits and no big songs for them, but
What are
boy,
you
is it
talking
good.
about? Volcano and Mac 5 are on.
Oh, they're great songs. I just
Yeah.
know that was the album where the label was like, this isn't going to work out for this band.
Yep.
Like, they were promptly dropped after that. Like, that was it. The Melvins, Stag. Like maybe actually my favorite Melvins record for people who are into weird stoner metal. Another indie rock staple, If You're Feeling Sinister by Belle and Sebastian.
Yeah.
Huge album for 1996.
No, was it? I thought it was Tiger Milk in 1996.
They
because
both
I
came
would
out
have
in
went for.
1996.
Oh, I would have went with If You're Feeling Sinister if I knew that. I
At least on my list, they both came out in 96. Another cool Canadian band, Sloan, One Chord to Another. And actually one more Canadian band. This is not the coolest band, but boy, a very big live record from my childhood is the album Rock Spectacle by Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, see, I would have went for their other release, Born on a Pirate Ship. I
And
think
I don't
is
love Born on a
arguably their
Pirate
best
Ship as
album.
much. Oh, that's not their best album. That's crazy. But the Rock Spectac record is amazing with the live Brian Wilson and all that stuff. Like that's a really, really great live album from Bare Naked Ladies. And that's my list of stuff that I had in contention.
I have a couple that I'm shocked weren't on your list there.
Great.
Matt. Tony, do you have any others that you want to throw out there that haven't been said?
No, they've all been said, but there was not an album I know like super well, but the Tribe Called Quest album that came out that year had that song The Pressure, and for some reason like the first remember when like the first MP3 players you could fit like 122 songs. So for some reason that was one of the ones that was on mine. So that was like the only thing I ever heard mentioned.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna just rock these kind of quick in alphabetical order. Bush Razorblade Suitcase, really big follow-up album for them. Buster Rhymes' debut album, The Coming, with Woo-Ha, got you all in check.
Wow, yeah.
I thought you were going for this one at one point, Chris. Counting Crows, Recovering the Satellites.
Oh, no!
With Long December and Angels and the Silences.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I didn't see that listed.
yeah, that's 96, baby.
I did see that listed.
A lot of people, I saw this on a worst albums of all time list, and I think it's the best album the band ever put out, but the Cranberries to the Faithful Departed. I hinted at this. Five Iron Frenzy's debut album, Upbeats and Beatdowns, came out. Huge album that I was really considering grabbing was Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You, which has like 5 of their biggest songs. Matt,
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were going to mention Modest Mouse, It's a Long Drive for Someone with Nothing to Think About.
Yes.
And Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Murder Ballads.
Murder Ballads, yeah. That's true. Two artists I love, but those records are not my like go-tos. But
And
yes,
then-
great bands.
The W band I was thinking of, Matt, was the Wallflowers. Bringing Down the Horse came out in
Oh.
1996 with, One
Yeah.
Headlight, Sixth
Of
Avenue
course.
Heartache,
That
all
is a
of their
great
big
record.
hits.
That was off my radar. Wow.
And then the other one that I really was tempted to grab because I do think it's one of their finest releases, Stone Temple Pilots, Tiny Music Songs for the Vatican Gift Shop.
Yeah.
Big Bang Baby, Trippin' on a Heart, and a few others. Just Lady Picture Show. Just a really good album. What a hell of a year. I know we gave a lot
Truly.
of celebration for 1994, and then 1995 we were like uncertain of, but I think 96 is like a huge
Great.
release genre-wise. Every genre represented.
Good year. Before we close this out, if everyone has their list of albums in front of
Yep.
them, let's remind the listeners what everybody has. We can start with Tony. Tony, do you have yours?
I do. I got Descendants, Everything Sucks, Goldfinger, self-titled, Beck, Odelay, Adam Sandler. They're all going to laugh at you,
No.
correct?
What the
Yes.
hell happened to me?
What
What
the
the
hell?
hell happened to me? To me, they're just both the same album.
They're two, yeah.
That's fair.
And Fountains of Wayne, self-titled.
And then
Nice.
you stole a really cool pair of Airwalks.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably
right.
the tennis ball ones.
I'll have to include that when I try to figure out who had the most profitable draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Real Big Fish, Turned the Radio Off. Weird Al Yankovic, Bad Hair Day. The Fugees, The Score. The Sublime, self-titled. Bloodhound Gang, One Fierce Beer Coaster. And on the way out the door, I grabbed the Space Jam soundtrack.
What a
made the most
wacky
money.
ass. You have the wackiest
Yeah.
freaking.
That is... You can't argue that is not the most Matt Kelly collection of 6
I
albums.
want to go
though.
to your store at the mall.
How about you, Chris?
Now, you sound like you'd be running a Gadzooks in the 90s. All right. I got Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire, Less Than Jake, Losing Streak, Fiona Apple, Tidal, Nerf Herders, self-titled, Propagandi's Less Talk, More Rock, and Tupac's All Eyes on Me.
All right. And Milligan.
Solid, yes. I got a very affordable copy of Weezer's Pinkerton. Ween's 12 Golden Country Greats. Wilco's Being There. That's my triple W there. And then They Might Be Giants, Factory Showroom. Suicide Machines, Destruction by Definition. And I grabbed on the way out Cake's Fashion Nugget.
I wish we had time to talk more about that album because goddamn is that good. Guys, we'll be back in a few months, I'm sure, to draft 1986.
Oh, boy.
And then later on we'll do 2006 where at least one person on this call had a pretty popular album come out.
Hey.
Tony.
There you go.
One hit is all you need to make the money guaranteed, and you can live off royalties forever. And it makes me wonder, is it just a wonder,